Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Taurus, I've already pulled out a card from the Lace of Destiny Oracle deck, and the underline is very intriguing. So the first card that has come out here is Haven. So this is symbolizing someone who is kind of like withdrawing. Now, what I'm describing is going to either be or not be your reading, but it could also be viewed at different levels or different extremes. In the strongest extreme, this is someone who is pulling away from everything, sort of like closing the door to their house or staying in a particular room, spending a lot of time in that room, isolating themselves from people of like all kinds. It could be somebody who's maybe even taking some sick leave, not going into work. This is like you're staying there, or if you're going into work, you are like just bare minimum participating. You're just getting done what you need to get done. You're really not socializing at all, like, and just getting out and going back home and then staying in the house and really like I don't know, it's like protecting yourself, needing a space to feel safe here. Now, the lower part of that, like, we want to sort of measure what this could be. I want to say you could just be creating some, like, a nice space in your home that is conducive to you feeling kind of like comfortable, and it's meeting like particular needs that you have. Like it can kind of be like leaning into that Taurian Venus energy where maybe you want to be listening to soothing sounds at the end of the day or in the evening, and you have like an amber light to kind of like produce a nice soft warm glow that it feels almost like a visual hug, and maybe you have like nice cushions that you say, like, you know, like, so there's extremes here. Because of the underline, I feel like this card, at least the story that Spirit wants to step into a little bit more, is the one that I first described. And I don't know, again, like even to that extreme, we have, you know, points that you can come down from there. So that's the card that has come out right now. Is you have the Haven card. Now this is what the underline is. You have 3 cards in the underline. The first one is Chance, and then it's Dog, and then it's Snake. Okay. When I pulled out the Snake card, I was really drawn to the fact that there's like a Queen of Clubs up here. So there's an individual here that I feel like is associated with the Snake card. And I also, when I was looking at that, I just sat with that card for a bit and I looked at it, because what's really intriguing is as this is sitting on the table, look at how the Snake is looking at the Haven. And that's why I feel like there's, for someone here, this is a little more on the extreme side. Like there's someone here that you are trying to protect yourself from. You may be trying to prevent this person from knowing anything about you. The forked tongue came out for me too. And I don't actually think, I mean, I know it's a common phrase when, you know, somebody is speaking with a forked tongue. But I don't think it's a phrase that's ever come out in any of my readings, like in the almost 7 years that I've been doing this. I don't think I've ever said that. And especially when the snake has come out here, and it's coming out with this. And I was really drawn to the snake's tongue. That's like a sense for it's how it's picking up information. Like it's almost kind of like a nose to some extent. But I think it doesn't work exactly like a nose, but it is giving the snake information and it's putting it out into the air towards your haven, like towards your haven. The snake is trying to suss you out. The snake is trying to sniff you out. The snake is trying to find you, or the snake is trying to know something about you. And so the snake is also, though, like when I say the forked tongue, I Googled it to like just to confirm for what I thought it was. And it is somebody who is sort of speaking in a duplistic way. It could be someone who is saying one thing and meaning another. Could be somebody who's saying one thing to you, but then they are saying completely something else to another person. It could also be someone who one day they're saying this, and then the next day they're saying something else. And like, I never said that. I never said that at all, honey. Okay. I'm going like a woman, because there is a woman there. It doesn't have to be, but it could be someone in their feminine energy. Now this is interesting because the chance card and the dog, like the chance is talking about a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's when you sort of step up to the roulette wheel for the first time and you win and you win. It's like, my God, this is amazing. And you gotta remember when to step away. Remember when to step away. And then probably never walk back to the roulette wheel again. Because that's kind of how it works, right? It sucks you in. At least I think gambling works that way, but maybe I'm wrong. I think some people actually are just good at winning. That could be it too. But anyways, so this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity here. It's almost like walking up to this wheel, and the first time you've ever played it, there's a shitload of money that do you stack? No. Can other people stack? I don't remember how it works. Can you win other people's money? I don't remember how that works now. But anyways, you win a whole bunch of money. Like you spin it around once and, oh my God, look what just happened. But the dog is loyal, right? Loyal to that. Okay. That's because I need to talk this out, right? I know you're like, oh, you pulled the cards out, but a lot of times I only get really limited messaging in that. I need to turn the camera on and step into it with you guys. Like I take the quiet second with it before that, but as I'm talking this out is how it is sort of channeling. And this is almost like somebody who's loyal if things are going well. It's either someone who's loyal if things are going well, right? And there's the duplicity in that. It could also be someone who maybe you came into some sort of really amazing opportunity here. You came into a really amazing opportunity, and maybe this person's loyalty shifted. Maybe their loyalty shifted away from you, or maybe their loyalty shifted towards you. But there's something duplistic about this. And right, and here you are, you're like literally, that's why I feel like this is a little bit more on the first part, the more extreme side about this, because this snake is looking right, and the snake, and and particularly this, I know you can say the snake represents, and it can represent esoteric information, it can represent death and rebirth, it can represent deeper wisdom here. But there's something going on, like you trying to protect yourself, and this snake is trying to look inside. It's almost like it's just out that window, waiting for you to crack it open a little bit, and like what's coming in, what information is coming into me about Taurus. Right? It's fascinating. Yeah. I want to say too that this is a safe place, and whatever you find yourself right now, or whatever you have done, you have created a safe space for yourself. You are safe here. So maybe I should have led with that. Like, thanks, Cindy. But we're going to say it now. We're only 8 minutes in. We're going to say it now. You are in a safe place. This is a safe space for you. But it's a safe space that you've created. You've created? Now, okay, there is something else weird about this card. Let me just double check that. I don't know. Let me just double check. See, like protection, silence, tranquility, contemplation, reflection, meditation, limitation, seclusion, captivity, solitude, isolation, prudence, modesty, ability to manage with life ability to manage with little in daily life, a safe place. Advice with this card: take time to withdraw from the outside world, embrace limitations, and connect with your inner wisdom to find clarity and strength in facing life's challenges. So like, to me, this says that there is some type of a challenge here, and that you don't want outside interference in facing that challenge. But again, like, it's weird, this captivity and this snake. Like, is it almost like you feel like somebody has cornered you in some way and you have no choice but to kind of keep to yourself? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get into the tarot. I'm going to use the Steampunk Tarot with this one. I want to look at this background information before we get into your haven right now. I'm hearing luck be a lady tonight with the chance card and forked tongue. Maybe you're like this. Like, you know what, too? I want to say dogs can be... I know people will say dogs can read people. Yeah, they can. I've seen dogs read people completely wrong. I have. But dogs, I feel like dogs can have a very, well, dogs can be completely loyal to somebody who treats them like horrible shit, right? They just have these big hearts and they don't understand. I don't like, for the most part, dogs aren't really manipulative, although I feel like my dog Lily has been trying to train me for the last 9 years, so. Oh, but wait. Okay, chance. Maybe you're a bit like the dog here, caught between, let's just see, chance. Oh, the Two of Cups. A chance here. There's a chance that you and someone felt the same way about something. There's a chance that you and someone were creating something. You took the chance. It's like taking the chance here that you and someone could maybe even feel the same way about one another. You and someone could feel the same way about one another. You could build something together. You could put a little bit of each of yourself into this beaker and create harmony. You took a chance here. You were loyal to the snake. Friday. Okay. The dog. The magician. Boy, oh boy. I'd almost like, I mean, it's not something I get all the time with the magician, but it's kind of feeling like the manipulator. It's almost like being loyal to the manipulator. Being loyal to the manipulator. The snake. See, a magician is duplicit. A magician works in duplicity because a magician is convincing you that it really did disappear, but it went down their sleeve. Or a magician is convincing you that there's nothing on their sleeve, but then they pull all this shit out of their sleeve. The snake. The chariot. The chariot. Interesting. This feels like somebody who says one thing and does another. Okay, you could be, especially the chance card gives me strong Leo energy. Gambling, that is associated with the Leo's house. The magician is Gemini, and Cancer is the chariot. I'm seeing the two-faced friend and the Trojan horse at the same time. Oh, both. They're both. No, the two-faced friend is the tea leaf oracle deck. It's a cat. The two-faced friend is a cat in the tea leaf oracle deck, and the Trojan horse I actually believe exists both in this deck and the sister deck to the one that I'm using right now, the Shadows of the Middle Ages. Tell me more about the Two of Cups. You took a chance that you and someone here, I don't know, maybe it could be like a friendship thing. Let me see. I'm not getting a strong romantic vibe, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's not. The Ace of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. This feels like you possibly took a chance on an opportunity here. You took a chance to walk away from an opportunity, or you did, like you were showing some type of loyalty. I just got a strong deja vu. That doesn't happen very often in these readings. Out of the 4,000 plus videos on my channel, I think it's happened 2 or 3 times. So I just got a really strong deja vu with that. It's going to take me a second to come back. Okay. It's like, okay, whoa. You know, you were loyal. You were loyal to someone here that was, I feel like saying one thing and doing another. And in that loyalty, you may have agreed to like walk away from something or take a chance, like just take some type of a chance. But maybe it feels like this person is not doing that in return. I don't know what it is. But okay, so let's see the magician. The Magician. It's also the Ten of Hearts with the dog, right? Like a Ten of Cups feeling. Like you're still thinking. It looks like I can see you still thinking that you're building something with someone. Fuck me. The Ten of Cups came out. Okay. The Hierophant. There you are. And the Ace of Cups. Yes, yes. You are. You're building something here. Emotional building. You're emotional building. But where's the Chariot? What's with the Chariot and the Snake? The Chariot. The Page of Swords. I tell you, like, right? Like the Snake is looking at the Haven. There's another weird vibe I'm getting here. Almost like if somebody has been in your house and they know something and they've told that to someone else. I don't know what that is. The Four of Wands and the Two of Wands. I haven't asked about the duplicity yet. I'm just getting what the Snake is. So the Snake is some type of deception here about somebody going somewhere and doing something. Again, it's almost like let's say you and a friend. I don't know what this could be with the chance thing. I mean, it could be any number of things, but it's kind of like maybe, oh, fuck yeah, thank you. Okay, I wasn't getting anything and then I was shown. I don't remember what this movie was. I had a hard time watching it to the end. Some of you might remember what it's called. It's basically a guy, how is it? He finds a massive, is it a massive piece of gold in the desert? Or him and another person do. Or I don't remember the details, how they end up in the desert. They're going towards some sort of workplace. And as I think the van breaks down. Anyways, it doesn't, the details don't matter, but it is like this. It's like they find, I don't know how they find this giant chunk of gold. Just a giant piece of gold or bars of it. I don't know what it is. It's so big. No, but they need something to move it because it's so big. So one of them agrees to stay there and then the other one agrees to go and I'm going to get all the equipment. But what the one who stayed there, because they're like, I'm going to guard it. But he's in the fucking desert. He can only stay there so long. And it's like the one who leaves knows that. So it starts playing on that, like just waiting for them to die in the desert so that he can go with the equipment and get the giant piece of gold just for himself. It's got like a vibe like that, right? Like it's almost like an agreement, like two people agreed to go and do something here, but it's a little bit secretive with the Seven of Swords. But, you know, it's moving yourself away from this gold. It's like a golden opportunity. And the Snake is someone here who is watching for an opportunity. It feels like they're watching for an opportunity. They're looking for something that they want to celebrate here in life. How is the Snake duplicit? Let's ask that. How is there duplicity here with the Snake? It's also really interesting because the Magician being Gemini, and Gemini is a very duplicit, right? Like this and that can be true with sort of Gemini energy. So how is the Snake being duplicit? Death. Fuck me. So, right? Like the Snake, death and rebirth here. You got like really strong. You got like the zodiac is coming out strong here. You have Scorpio, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. What's with the death card? The World. Okay, it's totally giving me that vibe of that person not coming back with the equipment to the desert. It's like, yeah, we're going to rebirth this. I'm going to rebirth it, but I'm going to show up in the desert here. I'm going to bring all the equipment that we need. I'm going to go rent the equipment and get it and bring it back here. But then no. Like, there's no rebirth. There's no rebirth here. So, okay, so Haven. You've created a haven. I feel like you're protecting yourself. Wow, from the Five of Swords. You're protecting yourself from a situation here where you can't win. You have found, or you're, it's weird. It's like you found yourself. See, I feel like he's backed into a corner here. It's like somebody's backed you into a corner. I'm also getting this really weird vibe about like someone being in your house. And I know that sounds creepy, but no, I mean it more like as a visitor or a family member or something. Like being in your house and knowing something and using that. I don't know how they use that. How is this haven a Five of Swords? So it also feels like the haven is a Five of Swords. Like you need to stay inside and protect yourself. But by not going, right, because metaphorically, by not going outside, you are protected, but there's also things that you're missing out on. Right? That makes a lot of sense, the Five of Swords. By being closed off, you are protected, but you're also missing out on manifestation opportunities here. The Five of Swords. The Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Cups. There's something here that you understand about someone that you didn't understand before. And you literally find yourself in like walking in fresh footsteps. Like this Page of Pentacles is learning as we go along here. And right, like the Ace, and look at, I don't know, it's weird. It's like looking at someone a whole new way. It's just somebody, I don't know, it could be somebody from your childhood. It could be someone, you have a history with this person, and it's like now you see them. Now you see them. And because you see them, you feel that it's important to protect maybe yourself from them. Yeah, I mean, that's literally how I would just like storytell this energy. Is something odd has gone on here. And now you see this person and you realize, you know, I need to protect myself from them. You know, and it could be like maybe you don't want to. You know, that could be part of the Five of Swords. It's like, you know, I really wish I didn't have to. This is such a very interesting reading. Okay, it starts with the Nine of Pentacles. It's almost like Footloose and Fancy Free. The Nine of Pentacles. Independent. But then the Three of Swords comes in. And the Seven of Cups. So, okay, everything is fine. It's almost like everything is fine to some degree financially. Or maybe with your work. Maybe you're running your own business. But then the Three of Swords and the Seven of Cups comes in. And that is like broken-hearted, confused, feeling maybe like there's illusions dancing around you. And then the Sun and the Hanged Man. I don't know, this somehow feels like reflective, like reflecting on something. Like you thought you knew something about someone. You thought you knew something about someone, and you were wrong. And so now you're recognizing that you need to protect yourself because of what you understand about this person. I'm going to go do the extended Taurus. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what is the best way that you can protect yourself, but also grow? And like, in what area can you really focus on growing in? Because it's a very, you know, it's a tricky energy. And with the Five of Swords, it does have that sort of dichotomy of its own, where, you know, it might be important for you to kind of protect yourself here. But you also don't want to limit your growth in areas where you can actually be growing. So I'm going to do that in the extended. There's 2 options in the description below if you'd like to follow me to the extended. Thank you so much, Taurus. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.